Y'all, they did it. Y'all, they did it. Finally, it's been so long. Lord bless his help. I've been here 4 years selling this makeup. Saint finally came out with a pink palette. It's pink. And I'm so excited. They came out with this one too. And these are new sizes. This is the Valentine's Day vault that they just released. So this is the first day I'm able to talk about it. So look at the size of this palette. Instead of it being like a 4, because the 4 palette was this big, right? It held the 4 shades. And then you would go to the 8 palette, which was one of these, but double. And now you can get like an in-between size. So we kind of learned, I think, with the collections that went on sale, that people actually wanted they wanted the 6 shades. So anyways, these palettes are really pretty. They're finally here. And so for Valentine's Day, they released 2 new shades, which I want to show you because they look, y'all, they look ridiculously like online. But then when you put them on, you're like, oh, that's actually really pretty. So I wanted to show you. Also, happy Sunday. I hope you guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday. I hope both teams have a great time. I don't know who's playing or what's going on, but that's what we're got on my jersey. Anyways, hi everybody. I'm so glad to see you. I'm going to put my color match information here. I always pin a comment that has my phone number. And if you want to get like a color match, just comment color match or whatever. So when I get done, I'll go back through and figure out what y'all want so that I can answer your comments accordingly. But this makeup from Saint is, let me close this window because it gives a stupid lighting. This makeup, hi. Also, if you comment, if you want like skincare or you want lash information or whatever, you can just comment here. It's just, I'll go back through and respond. So these are the new palettes, right? So this Saint makeup is basically, all the palettes are magnets and you just get whatever shades I tell you to get. And then you build your palette however you want. You can get as many or as few shades as you want. Build your palette within your budget. So $16, and then it's really easy. I'm using the detail brush. It has like an edge like that, you see? And then I'm just tapping into my contour and using that detailed edge to kind of create the structure for my face, right? So this is my contour and just tapping. So if you find makeup difficult, I'm your girl. This is what we're doing. If you put on Scuba Steve goggles like this and you look like an idiot for a minute, but it's fine. The contour is just going to go basically wrap around the goggles. So outside of the goggles, right? And then the brightness goes inside the goggles. So if you're new here and you don't know how to do makeup, congratulations. I just taught you. You're welcome. Some people are like, I've been trying to do makeup for 50 years and I can't. And then they see Scuba Steve and they're like, holy crap, it was really that easy all along? Girl, yes. Anyways, just comment match. I'll tell you what shades to get. But the new palettes are out. So now, they will be for Valentine's Day. I think they drop on, what's the date? I think they drop on Friday. I think that it's available all weekend. So yeah, I think on Friday they'll release. Thank you. You like my jersey? I had it custom made. It's from Judith March and you can like choose the design and the pattern. And so I just got 74, like 1974, which I'm 84, but you can, but it's really July 4th, like 7/4, July 4th. Anyways, and then Freedom Barbie. So I got stars. Isn't that so cute? I don't know. I'm not a sports ball girl, but it's cute. And it's themey. I love a good theme. Anyway, so just comment match if you need your shades. What was I going to tell you? Oh, so finally a new pink palette. This palette is from there's a color called Dahlia. And Dahlia has been with Saint for a very long time. Oh, okay, then it means 74 for you, Amy. 1974. Duchess, stop licking your butthole. Okay, so this color called Dahlia is actually, they color matched Dahlia for this palette, right? So this is the color of the palette and Saint had an artist come in, color match it and do the spatula. So this is a picture of the canvas that the artist created using the color matched color of Dahlia. So I think starting on like Friday with like a $60 purchase, it's free shipping, but you also get a free one of. There's 2 new lip and cheek colors that came out that I want to show you. Everybody's always terrified of the lip and cheeks because they look stupid online. They look ridiculous, but whatever, it's fine. They look ridiculous, and then you put them on and you're like, oh, those colors aren't so bad. So what I'm doing is I'm applying basically highlight and contour, which a lot of people think they can't do, but look, I'm doing it because yes, you can. So this is an easy way to remember this. Scuba Steve. Okay. This is why I always talk about Scuba Steve. Okay. And then Wanda, isn't it so good? This is one palette and this is the second one. These will be available on Friday. We want to see how well they sell. For right now, they're going to be limited edition, but if they do really well, then I think they're going to be a permanent. Like, y'all buy the shit out of these palettes so they make them permanent, please. Thank you. For the love of the lamb. I've been asking for a freaking pink palette for 4 years. Nobody listens to me. It's fine. Anyways, finally, pink. It's fine. The palette will be, I think it'll be with palette credit. Let me find out for sure. When I put my goggles on. Where do you buy your clothes? Melissa, I got this from Judith March. It's a cute little online boutique. She's a little spendy, but it's cute stuff. And then mostly it's like Amazon and I like boutiques. I think they have really cute stuff. So the colors that I use are Aura. This is Aura as my brightening highlight. Sometimes I use Linen. And then my main shade right now is Hazel, and I'm just putting all the colors where they go on my face. So if you're new here and you're someone who, like me and like most of us, you learned makeup in 8th grade from the popular girl who had her little CoverGirl compact that she snapped shut in her little jeans back pocket, right? And then and then you learned how to do your makeup from her, but she didn't know how to do makeup, but you didn't know that because she was cool. And so you tried to do your makeup and had that orange line. And then you just, that's how you did makeup for the next 40 years, and your face is changing, but your makeup ain't, and now you look crazy. That's why we're switching makeup, y'all. So it's okay to admit that your makeup looks trash, because it don't have to look like trash no more. Oh yeah, Amanda, I do the Lashify videos all the time. So these, I actually just put these on today, and they'll last about, I've been getting longer wear out of them. Actually, I changed the bond, but about 2 weeks, and then you can clean them and reuse them. And so I get about 3 or 4 wears out of them. So they're really good. They last a long time. So you get your money's worth for the lashes or whatever. My feeding tube is depressing. Ashley, oh my gosh. So if you archived a ton of vintage Alexander McQueen, Melissa. I do love my Alexander McQueen. Ashley, so it is not hard to get the hang of it, but I've also been doing makeup for 100 years. So Melissa or Ashley asked, is it hard to get the hang of? If y'all are new to Saint or you started using Saint recently or whatever, will you share your experience on is it hard to get the hang of? I say no, because this makeup is easy to use because the ingredient, there's only 11 ingredients, and all the ingredients are the same, so they kind of go on your face really blendy. It's easy to teach, and it's easy to learn, and it's easy to learn because it's easy for me to teach. So if you are willing to just like hang with me and get the colors I tell you to get, put them where I tell you to put them on your face, you will understand. Like as soon as you get your makeup, you'll understand. And I love that you brought up, like, my feeding tube is depressing. I wonder if makeup will help. I want to tell you that I still am a private investigator, but I was doing surveillance for 20 years, and I would sit in a car by myself with dark tinted windows, isolated, and I wouldn't see people for days and days and days at a time, right? And so I became depressed and lonely and sad, and that's why I started doing makeup, was because surveillance is really boring. And so that's what I would do in the car, was just do makeup. And so I got really good at it or whatever. And I didn't realize that I was becoming super depressed from the isolation that I was doing to myself without realizing it, just because of the nature of the job, right? And so I do find that getting the doing makeup was something that made me come alive. At first I used makeup as a mask to cover the ugly that everybody told me I was, right? But now I use it as a way to just feel pretty. And now I encourage my customers. I have a lot of customers who tell me, I just put on my Saint makeup just even without leaving the house. Nobody saw me that day, but it made me feel good. And I think that is the most important thing. And because it's so easy, you can put this on every single day. Take 3 to 5 minutes, put on your makeup. And like if you have a super nice event or whatever. But when I tell you, you will just, it's just a way to, pour a few minutes into yourself, a few more minutes than maybe you normally would. So anyways, I'm all about, self-care and taking the time to care for yourself. So if you've got something going on and you're, struggling with something in your life, number one, let me know. I'll pray for you. I'll add you to my prayer list. If you're a praying girl, but otherwise having a good, that's why I started the skincare too. I started using the Remon skincare, which if you want my skincare information, I started selling that too, just because I saw it on my skin and I was like, I've only been using it 2 weeks and my skin is so much better already. I cannot wait to just see what a couple months will do. But taking the time to do extra for yourself, whether it's skincare or makeup or whatever, it just kind of, you start to train your brain that you are worthy of the time. And so I just feel like when you're going through something like that, Ashley, like you are, it's just important to do something for yourself, whether it's makeup or, skincare or whatever. So I would love to see this makeup line on someone like me, more mature skin. Oh, Stephanie, girl, that's Saint makeup. The older you are, the more I recommend this makeup. If you are old as Methuselah, you need to use this makeup, and here's why. So there ain't no alcohol in this, right? It's just, there's 11 ingredients. One of them is beeswax, which is really good for the skin. It doesn't, it moves with your skin. So there's no caking and creasing. I actually did a video with my mom. She's 69. A lot of my clients, even a lot of ladies here are in their 50s and 60s. I invite you to join my beauty group on Facebook. It's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. Just comment VIP or whatever and I'll send you the link. But there are women of all different ages in there and they will all show you their before and afters. I would encourage you to go look and see them. But y'all, when I tell you that it doesn't matter how old you are, the older you are, the more I recommend this makeup. There's no alcohol. So for mature skin, oh my darling, mature skin loves this makeup. Yeah, Remon is good. Peggy, yay! I'm so glad. I'm so glad you love it. I've really been, I really enjoy, I enjoy teaching women of every age how to use this makeup. Like younger ladies that are, all off here and I'll respond to your comment with the VIP group. But there's 20,000 women in there. Most of them are my customers and they're so cool too. I've never seen a group of women just be so nice to one another. I don't know what kind of curse they're on or whatever. They're on something, but it's really good. But if you make a post in the group hey, I have mature skin. I would like to see other ladies that have mature skin. How do you like this makeup? How does it look on you? They'll be like, this how old I am. Here's my before and after using my makeup or whatever. And they will share with you. And they're so cool. Everybody there is just so kind and uplifting. So if you need even just a group of gals to, talk beauty and life and whatever with, they're really cool. Thank you so much, Sonia. I take my customer service very seriously because I believe that everybody is worthy of being helped. And I feel so many times we call customer service, I usually say Verizon because they're the worst about it and they're the only ones you really gotta call. Anyways, and you call them and then they transfer you to someone else because I can't help you, and then no one wants to take ownership of anything. So that's why. If you come to me, if you buy makeup from me, girl, we are best friends now. Our mama's going to be in a mom group together. We are going to send each other presents on our birthdays. I'm going to ask you how your dog is doing. So, Courtney, is your shade still out? What shade is it? I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments. I'll go back through and answer them. Yeah, so Duchess, quit licking your booty hole. She's out of control. I have mature, oily skin. Help. Erica, use this. And try the Remon skincare too. But if you have mature, oily skin, this will help not create as much oil, because it's hydrating. There's no alcohol. And so it'll help. You'll notice that your skin won't produce as much oil. And you'll notice that the lines and wrinkles that you have, like any texture and everything on your skin will just be like, it'll still, ain't nothing getting rid of your lines and wrinkles except the blood of Jesus and a scalpel. But whenever you use this, you'll feel like you done had that. I'm just telling y'all. If you're on the fence about buying makeup, do it. I'm telling you, and I know this makeup like the back of my hand, y'all. And I match like 100 women a day. So if you're like, I don't know, I never find good colors. Can you please trust me? Like, don't trust strangers on the internet, but also don't, y'all, for the love of the lamb, don't get in the van, but also, hey, little girl, I got candy. I don't know. The viral wrinkle remover. First of all, the word viral. As someone who's been a private investigator for 20 years, I don't trust nothing and no one. When you tell me wrinkle remover, I'm going to tell you, nah, I don't buy it. Like there are really good skincare products. I'm not going to lie. Like there's great products that like they'll tighten your skin, but then it doesn't last all day. Like it's just for a temporary whatever. There is nothing, and don't let no one sell you no snake oil. Girl, I can sit here and tell you, look how great my makeup is. My lines and wrinkles are gone. No, they're not. I can show you how to camouflage them differently in a way that makes it appear like they are less it'll make them less visible, or maybe I can teach you how to like play with light and dark and highlight and contour to make them less visible or whatever. But if anything says that it's going to remove your wrinkles, it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. There is nothing but the blood of Jesus and a scalpel going to get rid of your wrinkles. Number one. Number two, your wrinkles are part of your story, right? But I know sometimes we feel like insecure about it. And there's a lot of things we feel insecure about. I can help you learn how to change or alter, or I can help you with the distractions on your face so that they're less distracting to you. Sometimes it's by using a color corrector if it's discoloration, but a lot of times it's enhancing other things. So if you have a white piece of paper, right? Printer paper, white piece of paper, and you put a black dot on it with like a Sharpie, boop, black dot. That's all you see. But if you take that same piece of paper with the black dot and you put really pretty pinks here, and you put lights and darks here, and you highlight and contour different shapes on this paper, the black dot is going to appear less and less noticeable, even if you never touch it, even if no other color goes on top of that black dot, right? So it's a visual thing. And so whenever you're so worried about the distractions on your face and you focus only on that one thing, then, it's like, yeah, that's going to be what stands out. But when you just start enhancing everything else, ignore the distraction, whether it's a mole or melasma or whatever, and discoloration, rosacea, which this will help really well. But whatever it is, like once you've done all of your makeup, go back and look at the distraction and tell me, do I still need to consider covering that up, or do I still need to camouflage that? If you do, fine. And I can help you with that. But for the most part, when you do your makeup with this stuff, it makes your skin look so much more flawless. It's amazing. And it's just one layer. And it's very glowy. There's nothing crazy. Yeah, it's an illusion. That's all makeup is. And what's great is that I've been sharing a lot lately how people have been saying, like, how can you tell women you are fearfully and wonderfully made? You're so beautiful as you are. Like, you don't need makeup to be beautiful, but then you're selling them makeup. Here's the deal. I'm not selling you no snake oil. I'm not selling you a dream, right? Listen, you look how you look. It don't matter how much makeup you put on. But there is nothing wrong with looking in the mirror and being like, oh, dang, my lashes look on point. Oh, dang, girl, my skin looks a little bit more flawless, or a little bit more even skin tone, or whatever it is. Because those distractions that we normally see day to day, even just changing those and taking the time to put on our makeup and enjoying the results, that's called self-care. Anytime you do something to yourself or for yourself that makes you, where the results make you happy, that's called self-care. Right? And the more you do that, the more you're training your brain. It's called the illusory truth effect. The more you do things to make your brain believe that you're worth it, that you are worthy, that you are enough, then the more your brain will be like, hey, I really liked how I looked I liked the feeling I got when I looked in the mirror and saw the outcome of my makeup. Let me do that again. And so what it'll do is it'll encourage you to do your makeup again the next day. And then you like how you look. And then when you take it off at night, because of the ingredients in this particular makeup, your skin feels really pretty and glowy. So you take off your makeup and you still feel glowy, knowing that you can wake up the next day and guess what? New dopamine hit, because you can recreate it. And so there's something about something as simple as this where I can teach you how to do it. It takes a minute to learn. Like, it's not like your liquid foundation. We're not slathering. But as soon as you take the time to do for yourself, which is skincare, or whether it's just laying in bed rotting for an hour and just not doing nothing but picking your nose, I don't know. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever gives you that renewal and filling your cup, that's important. And so the reason I come on here to sell makeup, yeah, I earn a commission, it's my job, but it don't not make me happy when I get messages from people saying, oh my gosh, I feel so beautiful. That's my passion. Like, I enjoy playing with makeup, but I also enjoy helping other, like, you know how when you find something cool and you're like, oh man, this is really good, or you found a cool recipe and you try it once because you want to share that dopamine hit you got with others, right? That's just a natural thing to do for most people, maybe not everyone. So whenever you do that, it gives you a nice dopamine. It makes you happy. And so that's my my spiel, I guess. But anyways, if you're mature skin or whatever, I got you. Girl, I will teach you how to apply. And so also when you buy makeup from me, like, you get an email and it says, hey, I send you like a link to one of my YouTube videos. It's like breakdown, like section by section what each thing does. But I'm also here to help you. Like, I'll explain it to you like you're 5 and help you learn it. But you saw when I put on my colors, I used this detail brush and put the colors where they go. And then I used the 3D brush and just pressed in all over. There's no like mashing and swirling and dragging your makeup all over. This is Jewel, by the way. She just got fixed, so she's got her staples out her tummy, and so she's been a little needy, and so see my little lovey. She's a little teacup Morkie. She's 4 pounds, and then Dutch is a 110-pound black Labradoodle, and they are best friends, and it's so cute. Yes, girl power, girl power, girl power. I was laying back in my recliner and applying my makeup today. I love that so much. So yeah, have fun with it. Here, baby, you gotta sit here, okay? So these are the new palettes that will come out for the Valentine's Day drop, and then I'm gonna show you the 2 new colors, and then you'll have it'll be a free gift with purchase is the Valentine's Day special. So foundation, concealer, contour. If you need your shades, just comment match or hey, color match, whatever you want, whatever. I'll go through and respond to all your comments when I get off of here. So this is basically just a bright color that goes inside your scuba goggles. The dark color goes outside the scuba goggles. The main shade kind of goes everywhere else. So think of like a pop color, a contour color, which is the dark, like it frames your face, a pop color, so that brighter kind of color, and then the bridge of the foundation, which kind of bridges it all together, and then you blend it, right? Now let's do bronzer. Similar to the contour, you can see how one's more grayish in tone and one is more like orangey in tone. So the grayish tone is going to mimic those shadows. Hey, thanks, Allie. I appreciate it. So are you, my friend. And then the bronzer is going to sit on the high points of your cheeks, kind of like a sun kiss, like the sunlight falls down onto your face and it lands on those high points, right? So when you do Scuba Steve, you're going to look stupid for a minute and someone's going to walk in and be like, why are you doing that? And be like, don't judge me because mind your business. You can do like this. All that bright color goes inside the scuba goggles. So you do like this and all the bright color goes in there. The dark color goes on the outside. The bronzer goes where the goggles sit. These are $16 per shade. So every palette is a magnet. There's all different sizes and colors to choose from. So you can get a big one, you can get a little one, and then there's different sizes, but they're all magnets and they're all like different levels or whatever. Yes, get the Lashify. I love my Lashify lashes. And they stay on for like 2 weeks. I'm obsessed with them. I just feel pretty when I wake up in the morning, no makeup, and my lashes are done. Yes. So anyways, there's $16 a shade, $16 per shade, and you just build your palette within your budget. And you don't have to fill up the whole palette. Like, you can buy 2 shades or 1 shade or do whatever you want. I'm not your mama. And then you get palette credit, but all the shades that you get, you can just pop them into your palette. Even if you get like a bigger palette and just fill like a couple of spaces and then fill it up like every week. Oh, I got paid again. Let me buy 2 new eyeshadows or whatever. And it's really fun. The bronzer and blush sit. Yeah, so that's a good question. So when I do my bronzer, you'll see, you got it. After I get through here, I'll respond to your comments with my color match form, and then you can upload your selfie. So, okay, when I do my bronzer, right, my bronzer is going to sit on the high points of my cheeks. So if I take this brush and roll it, you see how it's going over that cheekbone? That's where the bronzer sits. Contour goes in. See how it goes in? That's where the contour goes, bronzer goes up here. In general, obviously, ain't nobody your mama. You can put it wherever you want. If you want your contour to appear higher, to give you higher cheekbones, do that. Play with it. Do whatever you want. This is just like in general for most people, this is what you do, right? So we're going to take our bronzer and put it on the high point of that cheekbone. It looks like little leopard spots, right? Just tapped into my bronzer. So this is in the shape of the goggles. So your Scuba Steve goggles, wherever they suction to your face, because that's the high points of your cheeks and the high points of your forehead, that's where your bronzer goes. So the bronzer is the warm, like orangey kind of red brown, whereas the contour, think blues and greens and grays and, you know, cooler tones in general. So same brush that I blended my face with. This is all cream. So this cream makeup looks really dark in the pan. That is not how it blends out. It is much more sheer. But this is, so like a liquid foundation, you see it in the bottle, that's the color is going to come out on your skin. Same thing with this, but it blends much more sheer. So the opacity is different. So you can really create more dimension, which is another reason mature skin ladies love this makeup, is because not only does it make you look more youthful, period, it just does. It makes your skin look much more hydrated, which gives you that more youthful, glowy appearance. So that's one. But number two, if you apply it the way it was intended, which you don't have to because ain't nobody your mama, do whatever you want. But hey, Melody. But if you were to apply it the way it was intended, which is dimensionally, you create the dimension, that also gives you a more youthful appearance because it makes you look less like you've met gravity, number one. Number two, as we get older, we start to lose color in our skin too, and we start to become more and more sallow because that's just aging, like, right? We just age. It's a natural thing. So whenever we add color and create dimension, you're basically if you hold a picture of your skin now versus when you were a kid, there's more of a flush, there's more of a Bad Bunny content. Go have fun, Valerie. It's good to see you. There's much more flush. There's much more color because you're youthful. The blood circulation is better, and as we get older, things like that start to, and then it affects the color of our skin. All these things, and by the time we're older, we have more sun damage, and all of these things that affect how different our skin looks now. I'm 41, and the older I get, my skin's just going to continue to look different. But it's nice to know that you can easily, in an attainable way. Not like, you don't have to go to you don't have to learn how professionals are doing makeup. You can just do it with this. And the biggest compliment I ever had was when I would put makeup on someone, they would say, oh my gosh, they would take a million selfies. They would, so they're FaceTiming their mamas and their husbands and everybody, their best friend. They would take a ton of selfies and be like, oh my gosh, I feel so pretty. And then they would say, man, I wish you could do my makeup every day, because they want to feel that feeling every single day. And now you can. Pay $100. Gina, I'm going to send you my color match form when I get off of here. If you have, which this is a good example. If you have $100 budget, let's say, right? I would go and I would get one. This is called a 4 palette because it holds 4 shades. Foundation, concealer, contour, and a lip and cheek color. So this can be your lipstick and your blush. And so if you want to start here, and this comes with the brush, you get the palette, the 4 shades, and the brush. It's like $104, I don't know. But you find it on the Saint site, but I'll tell you what shades to get, and then you can go build your own, or you can get one of the pre-built collections. So really nice way to get started. If your $100 budget will get you a full face of makeup, and then you can add more later and get like a bigger palette or whatever. Starting on Friday, you'll get the free gift with purchase of this. Okay, so foundation, concealer, contour, bronzer is what I've done. So I have bright inside, like around my eyes, this is where it's really bright. The outside is where I have the contour, so I'm framing my face, right? Then I have my main shade, which is only everywhere else, so it's not like layers and layers and layers. Candy, these are creams, but not like liquid, so the colors don't mix like that. So you can use the same brush to apply and then the same brush to blend it all in, and it's fine. It doesn't get all mixed. Once you dab the color into your once you dab the brush into your color in your palette and dab it onto your face, now it's gone. It's off the brush, and then you go to the next shade even if it's lighter. You'll see that the color, the pigment is still there, but it doesn't get all mixed and weird. Kind of like if you were to take like red paint and dip it, a paintbrush and then put it in blue, and now you have like purple. It's not like that at all. So it's cream, but it's not like wet. Like they don't get mixed like that, which is really nice. Okay, here's the new shades coming out as of Friday, and I'm gonna need y'all. When I tell you these colors are not as crazy as they look, I'm gonna need y'all to trust me. Don't trust strangers on the internet, but trust me. This one's called Iman, I-M-A-N, like the model. This is Iman. This is pressing hard into it. This is Iman. She's very sheer. She's not super crazy. And I'm going to put her on my cheeks. She looks dark. This is the nature of cream makeup. They look dark. They blend much more sheer. You can build them to create a look that's a little bit more intense, but they blend flawlessly into the skin. She said, here goes all my money. I'm telling you, these palettes are cute. I love them. Okay, so this is that Iman color, the one that you might have looked at and been like, ooh, I don't know, that's a little dark, right? So this is very similar to Black Cherry. It's a little similar to maybe Fig. It's a little bit more berry than Ever Red, but that's that dark color, Iman. She's really pretty. Gina, I will teach you how to wear it, use it, apply it. Girl, you feel like a pro. Ask anybody here, they'll tell you. And then, see how it all just kind of melts together? Okay, so this is Iman. Okay, so this is, just so if any of y'all already have, okay, this is Iman. Okay, that's Iman. And that's this color. So blended in, she looks like this, tapping her on my lips, right? It looks like that. So you can see they're not as, this is just a finger swatch without any blending. So of course it's going to look a little bit darker. So next to, let's say if you're a Black Cherry girl and you have the Black Cherry is this one. And she looks really dark, right? Thank you, Delia. I love you. Yeah, Black Cherry is this dark one. This is Black Cherry. See, one's like a semi-gloss. Black Cherry is a gloss. Royal is one that I have in like every single palette. So Black Cherry, this is Royal. Larissa, for right now, it's only going to be available in the 6. So I think these are only going to be available as they are. But if they do really well, I think they're going to make it a permanent size and hopefully add more sizes. But as of right now, I think it's just the number 6 palette. So buy them up so that they create more for us. This is Royal. So this is that Iman, the dark Iman color. That's that one. And then Black Dark. And everybody gives me a really hard time about these. They're like, they're so dark. That's them. Right here and right here. Okay. Then this one is Fig. She's a matte. So she's going to be more intense. So this is Fig. You can use them light or heavy. That's Fig. But if you were to take something even like Fig, see what I mean? You can wear them light or you can build them a little bit more intensely. This is really preference. I usually don't like a heavy, like a very dark lippy. I usually like them pretty light. Okay. What's the free with purchase? The Dahlia. So this is this color called Iman. She's new. She'll be available with this Valentine's Day vault. Okay. So then you got it. After I get off of here, I'm going to make sure to respond to all your comments with all the leaks, all the links and all the things. It's Iman, I-M-A-N, like the model. I-M-A-N. This one is called Pink Flamingo. She's a new girl. Now listen, Pink Flamingo is another one that everybody's like, ew, it's so Barbie. She's very pink. Y'all, this ain't nothing but a glorified freaking tinted lip color. This is her. I'm putting her over Iman just to kind of show you. That's the Pink Flamingo. And blend it in. It's just really pretty. These colors look more intense than they actually are. You can build them, but I want you to not be scared of them. So if you look at them on the website and you're like, ew, like Black Cherry, she looks black online. I put it in a suggestion box. I said, she looked black. Can y'all change a picture? And they did not respond. But it did also take 4 years, at least since I've been here, to get a pink palette. So we don't know how long that'll whatever. But anyways, I hope they look better but on the site. But otherwise, that's what I'm here for. Pink Flamingo is not super crazy, okay? So when I tell you, like, please look at the colors and be like, oh, I don't know, better text Mackenzie, better call Saul or whatever, and say, hey, girl, I see this color online and she looks really crazy. Will you swatch her for me? I will put her on my lips, my eyeballs. I will lick it and tell you how it tastes. No, I won't. That's gross. I was just kidding. That's disgusting. It probably tastes like crayons. I don't know. Anyways, but I will put it on and show you exactly how it looks. So this is on Friday. And then these are the palettes that will be available starting on Friday. And then the free gift with purchase is Dahlia, which is actually the color of the new palette. They color matched it and an artist came in and created this canvas. And they took a picture of the canvas that the artist created. So really pretty. And then this is the second one. So these are going to be available on Friday. And then the two new colors that I just demonstrated. Dahlia she's a little bit more intense. She's a pinky. And I'm just putting her on top just to show you. Probably I don't recommend putting on this many layers just because the more layers you put on, then it becomes textury. So you really don't need this many layers. Please don't do this many layers, but I'm just showing you, so it's fine. Dahlia is super pretty. She's a little bit more intense because she's a matte, but gorgeous. Like all of these colors, you can mix and match them. Like do whatever you want. I'm not your mama. Do whatever you want. But don't be freaking scared of any of them because they're freaking gorgeous. Okay? I tried to tell you, nobody listens to me, but it's fine. This one I actually did a eyeshadow. I made this an eyeshadow palette. And this one's really cute. And I did a Valentine's Day look. Valentine's Day eyeshadow does not have to be pink, but a lot of people do reach for the pink. So I'm going to show you how to do a little bit of a flush. Yeah. And you'll get Dahlia for free with a $6 purchase and it's free shipping and all that. I'm going to start with my setting powder. First of all, I'm going to set right here. I'm just using the same brush that I used to blend. That's the 3D brush, or IID brush, as I used to call it, because I didn't know that 3D or that IID meant 3D, but it's fine. I'm just using this setting powder right here in the T-zone. I'm also going to use the setting powder right here on my lids. Using setting powder on your lids before you do eyeshadow can be the difference between using your eyeshadow brush and getting the cart at Walmart that goes and it's got the wonky wheel and you're pushing it and the wheel goes like this. And you're like, stop it! But then you go to like Publix, which is really nice, and all the carts are just like floating on ice, and the cart maintenance man lives in the parking lot or whatever. Anyways, y'all know what I'm talking about. So that setting powder can make a big difference in your eyeshadow application. Anyways, so if you want to get one of these new palettes, use one for eyeshadow. I think that's cool. And also, these are more comparable to the sizes in most of the palettes, like the Urban Decay and the Natasha Denona palettes and all of those. So I think the shape and the size of this is much more comparable to those. And I don't know. I think they're great. So, still haven't tried it. Kira, girl, I'll work with you. Listen, if you scared of your makeup, y'all, here's your weapon. It's just a makeup wipe. That's it. You don't need to be scared of it because it's your weapon. The Lord invented these. So you got you are covered by the blood of Jesus and makeup wipes. Girl, don't be scared of it. You put it on your face. Just sit down when you don't have anywhere to go, like at nighttime. Go in your room like 30 minutes early and take your face off and then like play with the different colors. You'll see. Watch one of my videos, and one of my videos where I said, like, if you're a makeup dummy or whatever, or my YouTube video, and I break it down, like, shade by shade. This is how you use it. This is how you can apply it, and you learn it. Jen, this is from, there's a boutique. Is she a little bit spendy? But the boutique is called Judith March, and they have really cute, like, themey stuff. And so this one I made, and so 74 is July 4th. That's my birthday. And so, yeah, 74. And so it's little sequins, and then the sequin stars. It's cute, right? I don't do sports ball, but I needed it. I didn't need it, but it's fine. Okay, let's do a pretty fun, like, simple Valentine's Day look. Like I said, the setting powder will give you that, like, that easy, because when you don't put a powder on your lids, that's why you get that broken grocery cart wheel, because it catches on the skin from the tackiness. But with a setting powder, or just like a neutral base color, it'll give you that, like, slidey. Thank you so much, Kimberly. I appreciate you so much. Y'all be hydrating. I didn't set the timer, but we still gotta hydrate. Okay. So if you want to do a fun, like, Valentine's Day look, or just pink in general, or something that's like pinkish, whatever. Don't skip out. Don't sleep on the, what are they called? The pressed pigments. They're not called eyeshadows because they're not intended for the eyes. But anyways, they're called pressed pigments, and they're gorgeous. This is one of them. So Everly is a pretty, please listen about it, or is it just me? I find it drying. I add oil on. The free gift is the Dahlia lip and cheek. Billy Sue, your makeup itself feels drying? Like the cream makeup? Like your shades feel drying to you? Does it feel drying or does it look drying? I got questions. But y'all can always text me too. If you want, just text me one-on-one. It's not a robot, it's me. I promise you can text me. I pinned the phone number there. Jenna, girl, anybody here can tell you, and if you're in my beauty group, there's 20,000 women in there who can tell you too, once you get this makeup, you will be feeling yourself like, I'm sorry, no makeup girl, who? You'll be putting on your makeup every day just for funsies. Okay, this color is called Everly, and I'm going to show you how to use, like, a more red, pink leaning look without it being like, bam, pink Barbie. So I'm going to use this color called Everly, and I'm going to tap her on my lid, my eyelid. I usually stay down here under the crease and then tap the residue. Once all the residue is like off my bristles down here, I lightly tap the residue up onto the hood. So when I open my eyes, I want that, Donna, I'm telling you, it's a sign from Jesus. Tap that residue up onto the hood so that you bring the color up. Because if you have a hooded eye and you only put the eyeshadow down here where it's covered, you're just wasting makeup. What do you do? Unless you like look down or close your eyes, nobody's going to see it. So look dead ahead, and whatever skin you see is where the eyeshadow goes. If your makeup feels drying, Billy, do you normally have I don't know how it would feel dry. There's no drying ingredients in it. There's no alcohol or anything. It's all beeswax, so I'm wondering. But you said it feels drying. I don't know how. Are you applying a lot? Like, are you applying layers, or are you doing it like in the 3D method where it's like only like one layer where all the colors go where they go? I'd love to chat more about it and see if I can help you pinpoint what's going on. It could be skincare too. It could be like a skincare thing. Like maybe we need more hydration in our skincare, which I use the Remon now, and I started selling it. So if y'all want skincare, I've only been using it for 2 weeks. So if you don't, I'm doing a 90-day testing, whatever with it. So if you are, it could be the primer. How long does it take once you get used to it if you wear daily? Delia, I would say 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months is pretty good. And if you Yeah, if your skin is dry in general, try the skin. I'm telling y'all, try the skincare that I'm using. Oh my gosh, I've only been using it 2 weeks, but I'm telling y'all, my skin is more glowy. And some people, people are like, oh my gosh, wow, your skin is looking really good. Like, you look so glowy. What are you doing? And I'm like, dang, I've never gotten more compliments on my skin. And this is like in public, like in person stuff, not like the online, when people don't know that I've used skincare. And I'm like, oh, people are noticing. Like, that's how glowy my skin has been. I freaking love it. So if you want some really good skincare, and y'all, the prices are so comparable to what you would buy at Ulta. Like, they sell them in different rituals. So it's Korean skincare. Jackie, this is called Everly. It's Korean skincare, which they focus on like restoring the skin's the skin barrier, and then like hydrating, calming the skin, hydrating more, and like healing the skin barrier. And their products they have like several patented ingredients, but one of the main ones is like it's called B Youngpool, and it's Korean. It's in Jeju Island in South Korea, and basically it's like this ingredient that they found is able to penetrate the skin for more deliverability, so you get that actual hydration into your skin, right? Yeah, yes, Colleen, I'll send you the skincare. It's really good. I started with the Signature Ritual. I think it's like $334. There's like 10 products, but you can also, like, I'll send you the skin quiz or whatever, and then and then I'll tell you like which ritual to get, or you can just buy the products individually. But because I don't trust anybody, I was like, well, what are the prices in Ulta terms? Because I need girl math, like I need to compare it to Ulta. And so I went to Ulta and I was like, okay, what does this cost? My cleanser, $30 or my cleanser's $29. This one is $30. Like, the prices were so comparable, but by the time I looked at my cart with everything in it from Ulta, as comparable as possible, which you can't because the ingredients aren't the same and it's not really apples to apples. But anyways, it was I think just over $500. The same stuff at Ulta, and so the rituals, like, they're not that expensive comparable. No, I was 4, so I'm actually 84 baby, but my birthday is July 4th, so it's 7/4. July 4th, like freedom Barbie. Hi Tiffany, you guys, Tiffany's my best friend. She's coming to Mexico with me. We leave in a week, 12 days. We leave for Mexico. We're going on a Saint trip, and I'm bringing her as my +1. And she's the one who does my custom press-on nails. So these are the ones that I have for Valentine's Day that she made for me. These are several different sets that I put together. But if you want custom press-ons, then she's your girl. And she's affordable, like reasonable pricing, and like custom whatever you want. She does a great job. So she does made to order press-on nails. So it's really cool. Yes, I will send you links to the skin quiz, but I highly recommend, I know cost is a concern for a lot of people, but you can buy the products individually. All I know is it's good. Like, your skin will be so glowy, and I don't care what kind of dry sandpaper ass skin you have, you're not gonna have it no more after one use. And you'll be like, what is this wizardry? And I don't know what this is. And you'll think it's crazy. Anyways, if you want skincare, let me know. Okay, this color is called Everly. See, she's like a pinkish color, right? And it's like, oh, I wouldn't wear this on its own. What I like to do to get a pink eyeshadow without being like pink, right, is do a color like this, which is Everly, which will look good with, especially if you have green eyes. It's really pretty. Now I'm going to take let's do another shade this one's called Honeymoon. And I'm just doing like the side of my brush. And I'm just going to like tap her out here. So now we're getting a little darker into like a red, right? You got it, Kelly. As soon as I get off here, I'll respond with the link, and you can do like the skin quiz and all that. But I have a lot of I just started using it 2 weeks ago, and the only reason I'm promoting it before I was like, I'll use this for 90 days and see how it works. But the only reason I'm promoting it before is because I went to Utah to a Saint event, and some of the other Saint artists sell it, and they use it too. And I was looking at their skin, and I was like, okay, what are y'all using? And I was like, because I've known these girls for years, and every time I see them, their skin's getting better. And I'm like, I like my skincare, but it ain't doing that. And they were like, girl, this the Rimmon Korean skincare. I'm like, what the hell is that? Anyway, so it was only because I saw it with my own eyes, and it was a very organic, like, I noticed it and asked them what they were using. And because of that, like, it was just very organic. And I knew, I was like, okay, if I'm noticing this on several different women that I know and trust, and, you know, I brought it up, like, that's a big deal to me. Okay, so this is Everly. This is Honeymoon. So you can see one's pinkish, one's a little bit more red. So we're creating like a pinkish look. Delia, I will absolutely find out for you. Thank you. I love when you guys ask questions, because I'll someone else is gonna have the same question. Watch. I was scared I texted the wrong number. Samantha, you may just call you every day and be like, hey girl, I'm going live. You got it, Tina. I'll send that over to you. Okay, so now let's add this. This color is called Revival, right? You got it, Athena. And I'm just kind of building, you got it, Laura. I'm just kind of building darker shades. So Revival is like a purplish brown, right? And so little by little, hey, Quimby. Okay, Delia, thank you for asking that. I will find out what that is and get back to you. Y'all know I do more research than the FBI. Y'all know I'm going to learn it, study it, find out everything about it, call its mama, confirm it. Find out what color underwear it's wearing. That's what I do. I don't mess around. You ask me a question, and I don't even if the answer is not important to me, I'm still going to find out, just because that's my brain. It's my brain. She said yes, please. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of brown now. So I'm just using all these colors together to kind of play off each other very lightly. And now I'm adding a neutral. I know y'all like a neutral, which is brown. And that's going to be kind of like the, like a anchor to anchor like the bright reds and pinks. Saint makeup doesn't make me feel like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. But listen, there's something to be said about Mimi from Drew Carey, because that girl, she might have looked crazy, but she did not feel crazy, and you respected her. And guess what? You remember her, don't you? Tell me another character on the Drew Carey show besides Drew Carey. Him, very few of you will be able to remember any other character. We remember Mimi because she was memorable, because she was confident and she had on that makeup, and we remembered her, right? Something to think about. Just using my melon. Okay. Look. See how I'm building this eyeshadow just by, I start most colors like in the outer corner. Just tap, and then whenever there's just residue left over on my brush, I just kind of lightly sweep. But don't bend your eyeshadow bristles. The brush bristles. Did you see the video I just posted where I said this is why your eyeshadow is looking trash? And most of the time, it's because we're using too much product, right? And so I just did a close-up, and here's the thing. If you take your eyeshadow brush into your eyeshadow, first of all, look at all that loose pigment, right? It's loose. Blow it away. Tap and blow. The tapping creates a vibration, which makes all the excess product fall off the bristles. So now what's left on there is just product, right? And so even if you do bend your bristles a little bit, you don't have a puff of powder coming up. Even then I do. So don't bend your bristles, right? If you use this much product, right, and you go to bend your bristles, this is why I say don't bend your bristles. I don't know if you can see all of that powder flying up. And that's how you get all the fallout. And that's how we look like we got gangbanged by the Crayola train. And everybody's like, why I look like I got a black eye? Girl, because you using too much damn product and you're mashing into your skull. And y'all be like this and doing some windshield wiper thing that nobody told y'all do. Yeah, nobody said do that. And y'all's out here windshield wipering like you ain't got the sense God gave a goose. And then you wonder why your eyes look crazy. I'm just saying. Also, the size of your brush makes a huge difference. Just like you wouldn't use a big brush like this to do your eyeshadow because it doesn't fit. So if I were to put eyeshadow on this brush, look where I'd have all the eyeshadow, right? So you need a brush that fits the area. And so that's why we use a smaller brush for a smaller eye. If your eyelids are smaller than mine, use an even smaller brush and go smaller and smaller until you get a brush that fits the area. And use your two favorite bristles. So if you use your two favorite bristles and come into a super dark color like this, And you get, it's just a baby, it's just a baby. And then you tap this on here. It is a psychological fact, because I'm a scientist and I did this science experiment, that when you say, it's just a baby, your brain cannot register violence. If you're saying, it's just a baby, you can't be mashing while you're saying that because your brain says, malfunction, like recalculating, right? And so whenever you say, it's just a baby, your hand, it's like the thing where you do the thing and you can't physically do the thing because your brain is like, what's happening? I don't know what's going on. And so that's why if you say the words, it's just a baby, you can't mash. And the less violent you are, the less black eye you're going to look like you have, okay? And also clean your damn brushes. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for that testimony, Sister Sonia. She just took y'all to church when she said that. She said, clean your damn brushes. Yes, she did. Y'all drink your water. Okay, so now that I have this on, now I'm going to add a shimmer, which is going to lighten this up a little bit. So I go in like kind of balls to the wall with all the colors that I like. And then I create, see how some are light and it kind of goes to the dark because I use the light color all over. And the darker color eyeshadow you use, darker, smaller, low and tight. So the darker the color needs to be lower, outer, smaller. So use a darker color, use less bristles on your brush. So if you use all the bristles for a light color, and then you use fewer bristles for a darker color, and then darker color is even one bristle, and then very light touch and very small area, okay? So outer, lower, smaller area for the darker colors. And that's how you build, and that's how you get a nice little cute little smoky eye. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I love about having the neutrals. And if you were to do this with black instead of brown, you would get more of like a dark kind of purple shade. And so we look at colors individually because that's what our eye does, like, oh, individual colors. But what you don't see is how they work together. And so if you just trust me, Lord, help me with this one. I don't know how to tell them, don't trust strangers on the internet, but also go with God. I don't know. I know what I'm talking about, but also if don't just like follow strangers with candy. Okay, this color is called Soulmate. So this one is called Soulmate. She looks a little pink, but she's more of like a pinky, like rose goldy. And then Tawanda's more pink, but also rose gold. Okay, so this is Everly, Honeymoon, Revival, Philly, and then I'll use Drift at the end. And this one is Soulmate. So, and you don't have to use all those colors. I'm just kind of showing you like how you can use the different colors and they're not, like I use this color, but my eyeshadow doesn't look that color. It's just to give it that, like when you put on the other colors, it kind of pops through. So this one is called Soulmate. So she's a little bit of a pink shimmer, but you see how I still have the depth and the darkness and the drama. I still have a little bit of the pink without being like pink. You know what I mean? They don't make you jump out your chair. Okay, so that's Soulmate. And the reason I use my finger is because the tackiness on your skin can act as a stamp, number one. Number two, you have a little bit more control. Number three, you get a little bit more of the pigment payoff and less fallout from your shades. And so if you keep this under the crease on the inner half of the lid and then just kind of lightly sweep out, it just kind of gives you a really pretty blend. And then you can go in with your brush after and clean it up a little bit. Like you can go in now, just kind of like tap those shades together, and the residue left on your brush will kind of create this really pretty like amalgamation of these colors, right? And then you can even take your brush and do the brown, or I personally wouldn't use one of the reds, but I'm not your mama, do whatever you want. You can take a very small brush like this, or even the lash brush that has the little, this guy right here. He's nice. I don't talk about him enough. This is the lash brush, and he's not fluffy. He's really stiff. So if you take this guy and just kind of tap him right here into the pigment and put it just on the tips, and then kind of just right here, tap through these outer like 3 or 4 lashes right here, and you get a nice little drama line. And this is a great alternative to that black under eye eyeliner security blanket that we like a lot. And you just kind of tap it. And you can pull it through your lashes if you want, but I just like kind of tapping it right there through the root and kind of stopping right there. So just the width of the brush. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then that's a nice way to kind of get that drama. And then if you're someone who likes mascara like me, I do like mascara. Oh, I'm sorry, Joel, am I mashing you? This is a fun way to add a pop to your Benefit sent me these Bad Gal Bang mascaras, and I was like, who's gonna ever use red? And then I did, and I was like, okay, I'll shut up now. If you tap this on your bottom lashes, this reddish color, this will kind of help it pop in a way that you don't realize actually looks really cute. See what I mean? It doesn't look red, but especially if you have green eyes, this is going to look really pretty. But that's a really nice way to just enhance your eyes. So I did the 2 new palettes. I did the 2 new 6 palettes. I did one with my face shades, one with my eyeshadow. Like, you can build it however you want. H mama. But these are going to be available on Friday, and they're so pretty. I finally did a pink palette after years and years of begging and asking. Please, can we have a pink palette that's actually pink? And finally they were like, fine. It's been 4 years. I have wrinkles and extremely dry skin. Debbie, yes. I'll also send you the link to the skincare. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you've got any skin concerns, if you have skin at all, you need to try the Remon skincare. I'm telling you, I do not care how old you are or what issues you got. I do not care, girl. The skincare is so good. I'm telling you. I've only been using it 2 weeks, so I'm doing a 90-day thing. Like, I did a commitment to 90 days just to kind of see, like, because the one thing I struggle with is, like, trying a new product and then sticking to it, like, actually being consistent with it. So I'm doing a commitment to consistency for 90 days, and I have my 27-year-old assistant doing it, and she has sensitive skin and acne prone. And then my mom is 69, and she has very dry skin and very heavy under eye bags and discoloration. And then my stepmom is Filipino, and she's 56, I think. And then my assistant's mom is in her 50s also, and she has super, super dry skin. So a lot of us are trying it, and I'm making everybody do a 90-day thing so I can do my own research. Okay, so for my eyebrows, this is my favorite product. This is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. She's a go-to for me. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. Thank you. I just hope both teams have fun. I don't know anything about sports ball. I'm going to be playing with makeup the whole time, so it's fine. Wrinkles. Does it stay in your wrinkles? What, the makeup? Kim, no. So there's no alcohol in this makeup, so it doesn't dry up and like get all cakey and weird. It'll just this is the makeup for you with you've got the lines and wrinkles. Don't forget about the pencils too. You can use the Saint pencils to do little extra things. I'm really liking I really like this new Iman color. This one's available Friday. I just think she's so pretty. Oh, yeah. I want to do... Oh, you know what we could do, y'all? We could do, like... This color is called Latte. Like, I love you a latte. She's called Latte. Whatever. And then line your lips. Oh. Oh, Jackie, thank you for sharing that. I like you a latte. I'm a cheese ball, y'all. It'll be available, I think, by noon on Friday, Eastern time. And then it's available through the 18th. So, new palettes. Can you get mob colors? What? Help. Help. Help me. Help me. They finally got pink, y'all. Finally got pink. If you want the brushes are, everything's individual. So, like, you can buy the brushes by themselves or the shades by themselves. Oh, Jen, your coworker must be a very beautiful person. Debbie, for colors that if you're looking for colors to make green eyes pop, I would recommend something along the lines of, number one, gold is really pretty for greens and hazels. But the color opposite on the color wheel from green is reds. So anything reds, maroons, even like dark oranges and things like that. Anything with red will really help green pop depending on the level of green. But I'm kind of not a fan of that because I feel like if you don't like a certain color, then you're not like, if you don't like a certain color, you're not going to be confident in wearing it, even if it makes your eyes pop, right? So I always recommend getting a shade that makes your confidence pop. A mauve color. What color's a mauve? Are they brown? Aren't moths different colors? Is that a typo? I need help. Jen, each shade is $16 and then the eyeshadows are $14. So you build it within your budget. And then on Friday, whenever they release the Valentine's Vault, which is these 2 new palettes, the 2 new colors, and you get a free gift with purchase, which is the Dahlia, with a $60 purchase and like free shipping and everything. And y'all, if you need your shades, I'll custom match you. I match like 100 women a day. I know what I'm doing, but I'm human also. If I get it wrong, which probably won't happen, if I get it wrong, you can just do a free return. It's just like Ulta or Sephora. You just come to me and say, Mackenzie, I don't like this shade. Let's switch it, whatever. I'm really good at customer service. I'm good at my job. I'm good at matching, but I'm also really helpful with whatever you need. Find out what your shades are, build your palette, do whatever you want to do. And also get the skincare. My makeup has gone on so much more smoothly since I started the skincare. And I've been using this makeup for 4 years and it was already looking good. But this new skincare, y'all, I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell y'all. So good. Oh, mauve. I'm sorry. I'm crashing out. Yeah, mauve. There's tons of mauve. Like there's a nude color, there's a plum color. Those are really mauvey. So yeah. There's lots of really pretty mauves. And it's for eyeshadow and for lip and cheek shades. So there's a little bit of everything. I'll show you. There's one called Lullaby. Hold on, I show you. Lullaby. This one is Lullaby. She's a really pretty mauvey eyeshadow shade. Super pretty. Sonia, so I just did a look, and I did a video too with, I think, some of these shades, and maybe they're a little bit different. But I did, Lindsay, it's very comparable to Ulta, but you can typically they want you to get the whole benefit from the actual Korean tradition of like layering the hydration. So you get the whole ritual. The most expensive one is $334. There's like 10 products. I don't use everything in that one. So although I recommend it to start with so you can see like what you like the most or whatever, if you do I'll send you the skincare quiz and then you can just like there's a less expensive options, but you can also buy each product individually too. So it's budget friendly. Yes, I'll send the skincare for sure. I'll go back through here when I get off here. So during the time when the folks are doing obviously I got to hear the national anthem. But then after that, I'm just going to be working in color matching. So we can chat makeup during the sports ball game. Is there a base that fills in wrinkles or something like that? Debbie, you won't need that with this. And I tell you that because, this makeup you don't need to fill in your lines and wrinkles. First of all, you're never going to make them go away. They're never going to go away, period. But the way that I teach makeup, and with this makeup, it's easy to enhance and kind of hide things on your face in the way that is really, really easy to achieve, and it's super attainable. I think a lot of times we see makeup and we're like, yeah, I could never do that. This one is that, or this one is one that is easy that you can actually do, and I can help you with it. So I'll tell you what shades to get. Once you get your shades and you build your palette, you'll also get video tutorials, but then you can also text me one-on-one, and we're together. You could ask me a million times a day, every morning. Hey, good morning, Mackenzie. How do I do my makeup? And every morning you can get a response. Hey, friend, this is how you do your makeup, and I'm gonna help you every single day. So. What is in the makeup that hides wrinkles so this is, Nicole, you got it. As soon as I get through with here, this live, then I'll hang up and I'll go through the comments and respond to whatever you need for links and everything. Thank you for trusting me too, because I've only been using it 2 weeks, but I'm telling you, I don't promote things just all willy nilly because I don't want to look like an idiot. So that's the only reason I'm talking about it after 2 weeks, because I like it already. This makeup has 11 ingredients. One of them is beeswax, and the beeswax, there's no alcohol, so there's no drying ingredients. So I think it's the beeswax that is really wax. Beeswax has a lot of healing ingredient, or beeswax is very healing for the skin. So a lot of really good benefits for beeswax. And, if you are someone who has like problematic skin, beeswax is really good for that. So like I said, a lot of the healing and everything. So someone has bags. Angela, yeah. And so if you have bags under your eyes, right? There's different products that you can use to lessen the inflammation of like the bags, but also there's ways that you can use makeup to lighten the color of the shadow of the bag so that the bags look less noticeable. So like the reason that you can see the bags, because there's usually a line under here that looks like gray or blue. It's a shadow because it's like bags, right? But you can I can help you correct those bag lines so that the bag looks less prominent. So yes, Donna. So whenever you, does this makeup provide good coverage for dark spots without having to be caked on? Yes. It is not intended to be a full coverage product. You can intensify the coverage, but you won't need to, especially if you apply it in the way that I teach it with like the highlight and contour. The reason is because if you have a flat color and there's one thing off, like dark spots, right? You have a flat color, just one color, let's call it the white piece of paper, and then you have sunspots. Those are really noticeable. But when you add the dimension and add the bright colors here, but the dark colors here, and you start creating a structure of this piece of paper, those distractions, like your dark spots, are less noticeable. So it's a whole different perspective to looking at makeup in a way that you'll be using less makeup, but actually you'll be less distracted by the things you're not crazy about on your skin. So you'll still like notice you'll still see your wrinkles, you'll still see your dark spots, but when you put on your makeup, you're like, I have a dark spot here, which you can still see it, but you would never notice it because of everything else and the illusion of the brights and the darks and the cool versus the warm and all of that going on. So yes, most people build up the makeup so that the thing is totally gone, or I can teach you how to color correct. So a lot of the things that we were learned, some of the things we learned when we were younger were like, let's say we have a pimple or a blemish or a dark spot. You would take the brightest concealer, as bright as your butt, because you know that don't get no sun, and you would put that on it until it just covers it up and it goes away. But you'd have to put on so much that you would have a blur, right? And so then that was more obvious than the actual blemish itself. And so we were taking these light colors, but really if you want to cancel out a discoloration, you need a darker shade that is the opposite of it. So like, let's say dark spots, let's call them melasma or sunspots, age spots. Let's say a freckle. Everybody knows what the color of a freckle is, right? Usually that's green, but we don't know that. And we're so busy putting concealer on it that now it just looks gray. So it's a little bit lighter. So man, this is fine. So then we just pile makeup on top of it. And instead of just pinpointing that one area, we're covering our whole face with this huge layer of makeup for one area that we're not crazy about. So what I like to do and what usually works, and anybody here, a lot of women here can probably testify to this, whatever your distraction is, whether it's rosacea, dark spots, melasma, under eye bags, discoloration, freckles, pimples, whatever it is, when you put on your makeup, just a regular way, and ignore those for now and just put on your makeup for the first time, you'll notice immediately that those distractions are far less distracting. If you put on your makeup and they're still distracting enough to you, you're still self-conscious and you want to tackle them, then you go to that individual distraction, whether it's the dark spot or the freckle or the mole or whatever it is, and we tackle that individually. But for the most part, I would say 90% of the time, just putting on your regular makeup and put the colors where they go to get that dimension, what happens is those distractions are not even noticeable anymore, and you might not even touch them at all. So instead of saying, oh, I have these distractions, I want to take care of it, put on your makeup and then go through and see what's still, because what you'll notice is that You just don't have it. No, there's some women that like they're like, I don't want to wear makeup. I just want to get rid of this distraction. Then we can do that too, and we can say, okay, this is how we're going to get rid of those. And there's color correctors, which I can tell you most people only need 1 or 2 of these colors. These are color correctors. So most of the time they say if it's red, you need green. But what happens is we look at our face and go, oh, acne, it's red. No, it's not. It's actually violet. So you actually need yellow for those, and people don't realize that. So they have concealers. You won't need a concealer. We're going to color correct, and I'm going to match you. So when you submit your color match form, right? And this is another thing that people miss. And this is why this is why a gap that I wanted to fill. Yeah, I use the Rimmon morning and night. So this is the gap that I wanted to fill in the beauty/makeup influencer world. They want to sell you the products because that's how they get paid, right? That's how influencers get paid with this stuff. But what they're not teaching is that if you use a product, let's say like this, which I love this product because I see what it's doing for women and how attainable makeup is now. When you use a product like this, things like concealer aren't necessary, because what you're doing is you're actually learning what colors go where so that you can apply your makeup in a way where you can create a look without piling on tons and tons of makeup. So, okay, Maria, you got it. So whenever you put the right colors where they go, instead of like a huge layer of like foundation, be like, okay, good, finally, all my skin is covered. You don't need that here, because whenever you can still see that I have discoloration, but do you notice it? No. It's hard to explain, but once you put on your makeup, even a light layer, you'll be like, holy crap, that makes a big difference. And that's what's cool about this particular makeup. And that's why when I accidentally started selling this 4 years ago and women were like, holy crap, I was like, we just hit pay dirt, because I thought I was alone. I thought I was the only girl who felt ugly. And I was like, no, a lot of women feel ugly and they don't know how to wear makeup. And this way you can do it every day and feel confident. How does it wear on someone with combination oil? Oh, that's a very good question, Andrea. So if you have oily skin, that's basically your skin saying, hey, I'm dry, I need more. Your brain's telling your skin, like, we're going to create more oil because your skin is very dry, right? So your body tries to fix itself. And so it's like, create more oil, more oil, more oil. And then what we tend to do is say, that's too much oil, wipe away, wipe away, wipe away. And as we're wiping it away, your body's saying, no, need more, need more, need more. Whereas if you use a product like this, it has no alcohol in it. This is hydrate. These are hydrating products. Debbie, as soon as I get off here, you can order it from me. I earn commission when you buy makeup. You can order directly from Saint themselves, but I earn commission when you buy makeup from me. So I'd love it if you purchase from me, but you can do whatever you want. Oh, your mama. So when you keep wiping away the oil, it's just like when you wash your hair every day and you're like, my hair is oily. It's because you're washing it every day. You train your skin just like you can train your hair. So whenever you're using products that don't have any alcohol in them and you just put your makeup on each day, your makeup says, oh, hydrated. I am not thirsty. I do not need to create more oil. So your skin will stop being as oily. And if you are someone with acne, like you have acne problems or whatever, this will usually clear that up. It cleared up. I haven't had acne in 4 years. I get 1 or 2 pimples if when I get my period, but that's it. I haven't had acne. I used to have, and next time I take off my makeup, I should show you guys all the scars, all the white acne scars from all the acne. And up here, I haven't had acne in 4 years since I started using this makeup, because the beeswax in it beeswax is known for not clogging the pores. And so there's nothing to, my skin's the opposite. I'm so dry. So if your skin is really dry, conversely, hydration. So it's hydration and that's why the Rimmon skincare, the skincare that I started using, that's why my skin is looking so glowy, because it's all the hydration, the hydration, the hydration. And so the more you hydrate, that's 99% of your skin looking better, just hydration. That's why I usually come on here, and I'm usually being funny with the timer, but it's true. Every 15 minutes, the timer goes off, you drink your water. And everybody's like, my skin sucks. And I'm like, well, do you drink water? Well, no, I have Dr. Pepper running through my veins. Well, or coffee. Ugh, that's gross, but whatever. I think my power just went off in my house, but no, it didn't, because my light's still on, so I'm a little confused right now. Lori, I'll be able to help you with that. I take care. I'll send you the link and everything. Thank you so much, though. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so anyways, these new palettes, these are no, they're called 6 palettes because they hold 6 shades, but obviously if you do like eyeshadows, it'll hold a dip because they're double this, half the size, whatever. Debbie, don't worry, girl, I got you. Ask anybody here, I got you. And I'm gonna invite all y'all to the beauty group too, because my beauty group here on Facebook, those ladies over there, they ain't messing around. I don't know what's going on in there. They drink the nice Kool-Aid because everybody in there is so nice. I've never been around so many women who are just so kind to each other. It is legit. Hey friend. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go. I know the sports ball game about to start, right? Isn't that 6:30? I don't know. I had no idea what to get. She gave me a breakdown. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I'll help you. I will absolutely help you. So yeah, this is, I don't know, it's my job and it's fun for me and I enjoy it. And I don't know, if you need swatches or whatever. So anyways, Friday, the new palettes will be available. And I'm so glad after 4 years, they finally did a pink palette. I'm so excited. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you have a great link to skincare. Just post it here, the link to makeup, whatever, and I'll post it here for you. And then, yeah, I'll teach you all the things. And if you have any questions, just text me. The phone number I put, y'all, that's not a robot. I swear that's me. That's my thumbs, my arthritis. I'm going to have arthritis one day from texting y'all so much because it's me. It's not a robot. Okay, I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.